He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, they're a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy, couldn't get in there. And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Nick Foles with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And Olsen over the middle. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On second down, here's Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing is Newton. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Panthers. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Ryan looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw is Newton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. On 1st down, it's Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Tennessee, Derek Barnett. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Gano's kick is right through, and that'll bring him back within a point. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here we go. 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Addison in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Foles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this one is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brother.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Foles. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Panthers will get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 46. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down. To throw again, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A look at Darren Sproles as he works his way back onto the field for this next go-around. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
So 2nd and 10 here. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch him on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Foles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Will Monday now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Time for a break. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up, no crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see. Darren Sproles. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 78 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll look to throw. And the tight end Olsen, right side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 on the last play, 19 more here and another first down. Back to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that leads to a Carolina first down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're out.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final